friends, it's Sabine again with Beanie Bits. Today's question is, are you in control of your power? Are you really? Right? I mean, my first reaction was, well, of course I'm in charge of my power. But then I found out that all the underlying little programs that were running, it's kind of like on your computer, you have your main operating system, right? And then pile on top of that are all the other things, like your web browser, your this program, your that program, whatever program, right? That they're all piled on top of that. But underneath it is your main operating system. And when a virus is in that operating system, all the other programs don't really work right? So I realized that it's like, no, I'm in charge of my power. I cleared up so much stuff of my past and I let go of this and I let go of that, and turns out so much of the underlying things that were going on way back when I was little, I carried that with me. And yes, it's part of who I am, it's part of my story. And what I learned was it's like, yeah, keep the memories, but let go of the emotions. I was like, "What do you mean let go of the emotions? I let go of the emotions. I don't have those anymore." Right? Well, I was still holding on to them. And yeah, I have an amazing hypnotherapist. And yes, I had a session this morning. That's where this came up. And it made me realize it's like, wow, we tell ourselves that, hey, yeah, you know what? I made peace with that. I overcame this. And I'm so much happier now, which I am. But underneath it, that virus, that computer virus, it's still running and it's still causing some havoc along the way. And the question was, it's like, who was in charge? Who was in charge of your power? Are you really in charge, or are you letting those underlying programs run the show? I was like, oh, it was those underlying programs still running the show. And then of course the next question is, are you ready to release those? Are you willing to release those? There's a big difference. It's like, yeah, I'm ready. And I want to release it. And I was like, okay, are you willing to release them? Because you're holding on to them for a reason. There's some benefit in there that you're still getting. What is that? And for me, I realized that all the stuff that happened in the past, it just become part of my story, the story that I tell. I mean, I based my book on it, right? It's like everything that I am today, everything that I'm doing today is based on that initial story. I was like, whoa. And then the next question, of course, is, are you willing to let go of that? And I was like, yeah, but what does that mean? You know, it's like, are you holding on to something for some reason? And it's like, for me, it turned out, it's like, there was a thing of fear. That why I was holding on to that. The fear of, it's like, wow, if I let go of that, who am I? What is my identity? Because my whole life, my identity, my story has been part of my identity. Right? How about you? Is there something from your past that, like, it could be a long time ago, it could be not that long ago, but is there something that you're holding on to because it's part of your story, the story that you tell over and over and over and over again, right? And I was like, oh wow, yeah. And I'm ready to release all of that and let it go because I'm creating a new story, a better story, a story that actually serves me moving forward so I can serve others even better. It is so liberating. And it took me a while. Yeah, my session was this morning. And I almost didn't come on to do a Beanie Bits today, to be honest, because it was so profound for me and it was so deep. And I'm still processing. I mean, there's still a lot of processing going on. It's probably going to continue for a while. But it's like, no, I need to come on. I need to share this because I'm sure I'm not the only one that gave away the power. I gave away my power, even though I didn't think I did. But I did give away my power. I gave my power away to the past. I gave my power away to all those emotions, all those feelings, and the story that I was repeatedly telling. Because it's just like, well, that's who I am. No, No, that's who I was. And that's what brought me here. But that doesn't mean I have to hold on to it. You don't have to hold on to your story. You can create a new one. Let's create a new one together. It is so amazing. I cannot wait to hear your story. And speaking of stories, I would love to have your story show up in the next edition, right? You can send your story, 1,400 words, to story@mattersofperspective.com. I would love to include it. And yeah, that was it for today. Take your power back. It's yours to keep, it's yours forever, right? Stay in your power, embrace your power, and most of all, have your power, own your power. And I wish you all a fabulous weekend, and I'll be back on Monday. Bye.